Hi there folks, I received this email with the following question. Why is it so hard to change bad habits, and have you got some tips to help with this? Well, yes I do. We've all got those habits and patterns that no longer serve us, and why is it so hard to change them? Well, they are embedded deep within our subconscious, and let's call it program X. It could be anything. It could be that habit and pattern of losing your temper in the traffic. It could be eating that chocolate cake. And this program is there it's designed to change our emotional state. And that's what it does do. So for example, I might be having a bad day and I'm feeling this discomfort, this uncertainty, whatever the case may be. And effectively it's translated to a form of pain within my subconscious. And program X sees this pain and it goes, okay, there's the pain. Let me help Colin numb it or discharge the pain. So I can either get very angry because I'm feeling this discomfort and I want to discharge this pain, or I can have the chocolate cake to numb that pain. And what it does is through an urge, it doesn't have any voice in our subconscious, it's got this urge. It urges me to go and have that chocolate cake, or it urges me to lose my temper. And it's got neural pathways that support it. This program X has got this highway towards this behavior, and it's a very powerful program. Now, as we start to change this habit, I want to either be more peaceful, more calmer, or maybe I want to stop eating chocolate cake and have less sugar. I'm creating a new program for myself. Let's call it program Y. But right now it's sitting in my conscious part of my brain. It's got no neural pathways because it's a new behavior. And all I have got to make a change is my willpower and the energy to create these new neural pathways as I start changing my behavior. And as I start changing my behavior, program X is there in the subconscious, seeing program Y starting to try and penetrate into the subconscious. And it says to program Y kind of, what are you doing here? I've been here for a long time. There's my neural pathways, they're highways. Where's your pathways? And program Y doesn't have these pathways, and that's why the energy is required to build them. So program X starts to sabotage us and say, well, come join me. It's much more easier just to take my pathway. It's been here for a while. Let's not build any new pathways. So in essence, program X can sabotage us, and that is why it is so difficult to change these bad habits. So what we've got to do is we've got to start energizing ourselves to make those changes. And there's a few tips that I'm going to give you around this. The first tip is to make small gestures, not to take those giant leaps in making the changes. Because as we do that, what may happen is our subconscious may feel that the effort is greater than the reward from that new program Y. And again, it will sabotage us. If we go to gym to get more fit, for example, and we end up spending an hour and a half in the gym, we're going to feel like there's a lot more pain involved instead of going for 20 minutes just warming up and in that way feeling like the effort is less than the reward, because we still feel good if we've been to gym, even if it is for 20 minutes. So keep those gestures small steps towards that goal. Now, the second thing you can do is also to track the effort you're putting into making the changes. If you track it, you hack it. So make a note in your journal or keep a calendar where you record the effort over the past few days, because so often we can forget the effort we've put in and we can end up giving up. Now, also don't forget to reward yourself periodically. Have those cheat days. Take that time off. Treat yourself. It's a great way to give something back for all the effort you're putting in. And again, that does energize you. You've had your cheat day. Now you can get back on track to this new way of behaving. And yes, also focus on the process, not necessarily the goal. You may want to lose some weight, for example. I'm just using this as an example. It might be 8 kilograms. Now you go and do all this exercise. You come back, you weigh yourself. Well, you haven't lost 8 kilograms. That takes time. And you can feel despondent. Now, if you focus on the process and find the reward within the process, it energizes you forward. Notice how good you're feeling from doing that exercise. Notice how good you're feeling from not reacting, from not getting angry in the traffic. Notice how better you feel when you eat healthier food. And as you do that, again, that energizes you to keep on going. Now, what does help is also to eliminate any of the cues or anchors that can activate that urge. Remove the chocolate, the sweets off the counter in the kitchen, all that comfort food. Replace it with healthier fruit, for example. Or maybe you want to make a cue more obvious that energizes you to take on that new behavior. Put your gym clothes on a chair, for example, in the morning. So when you wake up, you've got that set up for you, and it's easy for you to get dressed, and it energizes you. Again, it energizes you in the right direction. Now, last but not least, it's important to also remind yourself that bad days are inevitable. It's not about all or nothing. And sometimes we can fall into this trap. If I don't do it perfectly, then what's the point? So play in that gray area. There are going to be days when you don't do what you set out to do or promised yourself you would do. And if you allow this to happen, what happens is you don't feel that sense of failure, which can really sabotage us in the process. So these are some ideas, folks. Please share any other tips you have in terms of breaking those habits and patterns that no longer serve you. And I look forward to some more questions. Please send them in to us at connect@dgt.co.za. And until I chat again, take care and stay aware.